Running the Apple CarPlay. I am on iOS 16 RC. Kind of smooth, at least while it is wired. The connection is very buggy when it is in the wireless mode, keeps dropping. The Mahindra button allows you to go back and use your other functions. Navigation still seems to work. This is the latest the latest maps that have been updated. This all comes on the split screen. Pressing phone or music takes us to the Apple CarPlay screen. Double tapping this gives you the split screen view. This is with the Google Maps. I'm going to search for my work. So you see this works seamlessly, it's fast. What I'm now going to do is I am going to disconnect this, or wait, the drive modes, changing this works. You can use your Intelli controller, works fine. The volume controller works fine. Long pressing music button or single pressing music button takes you back to Apple CarPlay. I'm going to attempt going back to Mahindra and see what happens when I press the home button. I just press the home button. This takes us to the home screen of Apple CarPlay. I'm now pressing the phone button. This brings up the phone. Pressing home allows you to highlight those buttons on the top, but then double pressing it takes us back. Now I'm going to disconnect the wire and then use the Apple CarPlay. I have just disconnected. Like you can see, there's no wire any longer. Apple CarPlay is no longer connected. Pressing also does not initiate. Let me bring up the screen here and I'm going to initiate connecting Apple CarPlay. Like you can see, it takes a couple of tries before it even reacts. What I'll do is I'll switch off the car and switch it back on to see if it connects wirelessly immediately. I just turned off the car.
Enter parking surveillance mode after 5 minutes.
With this, the system is completely off. I'm going to turn the car back on. So Bluetooth is on. It is not that it is not on. It did not immediately trigger the CarPlay. I'm going to go back here and try clicking on the CarPlay. Like you can see right now it says CarPlay connecting. But okay, this is connected. Generally it ends up failing and it needs a couple of tries before it can really start off. There are a couple of apps that come by default. Waze, in case you want to see what the traffic and speed cams on your route are. You cannot obviously respond to your team's messages,
I'll need to.
but definitely you can get.
Who would you like to call on Teams?
The enhanced Siri doesn't really work. Let's just attempt playing some music. Hey Siri, play 90s Bollywood on Apple Music. You see, this is totally stumped at this point of time.
1 secondary.
And it will continue to do
Still
this.
on it. Something went wrong. Please try again.
So let's attempt calling someone on my phone and from my phone using Siri. Hey Siri. He didn't bother saying. Hey Siri. Call my wife. So these are normal functions that continue to work
1
generally.
moment.
But then, like you can see, it is all a failure on the enhanced Siri.
Still on it.
I'm sure it is not going to be able to call anyways.
Sorry, something went wrong. Please try again.
This is how it is across quite a few bugs. This is the Apple Maps, which was supposed to have given us the split screen view. Like you see, the maps take a while getting onto the screen there, but then let me attempt, putting work as my destination. I have just put Apple Maps here. What I'm going to do
Starting route to work.
is I'm going
Proceed to the route, then turn left onto SH39.
I am on navigation, attempting to click it. See, it doesn't work. It gives you please check navigation app error. And I have tried the different layouts with the hope that this will work, but then it doesn't. Okay. Let's get out of the maps. It showed that I was in the middle of a river, but no, that is not the case. I am now going to attempt switching on my rear camera. I have just clicked the button. Like you can see, the rear camera comes up. This changes the guidelines the way we wanted it to. And this is for the view that we would want. Closing that brings it back. I am now changing the AC temperature. I do not get any notification on the screen, so really I don't know what temperature it is running at. I am slotting the gear to reverse. This comes up seamlessly. At least that is good. I am now attempting to press the screensaver button. It says screensaver enabled. I generally prefer to leave it disabled. So dragging from the top or from the bottom does not reveal anything, and it stays on the CarPlay screen. So none of the apps are useful when you are on the CarPlay or Android Auto. That's it from me.